Cool. Are we good?
Mhm.
Okay. Our dear Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this day. We're thankful for the opportunity to have today to meet as a group and to learn more about business law so we can apply it more in our education and in our future careers. Father, please help us to be able to get as much done as efficiently possible today. We can all feel like we are contributing and we can get this done together as a team. Father, we love thee and we say these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Okay, I guess we'll start with questions. Does anybody have any questions about what's going on in the course?
We have an exam this week. Does anyone else see that?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yay.
Did any of you guys I don't know, I had problems with the appeals. I wasn't really sure what to put. I don't know if anyone else had the same problems. I didn't, when I was going back over my wrong answers, I realized what I did wrong, but I didn't know how to word it in a way that I was right,
Right. So I think if you realize what you did wrong, you could just disclaim them.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know, because
I didn't.
And basically,
oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Danielle. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying that if you don't have a way to argue your point, say that this is why I think my answer was right and this is why I should get credit for this answer, then then you just disclaim all of your answers, all of your wrong answers. And I think that was kind of what she said in the video is why wouldn't you disclaim all of your answers so you can get credit for those?
Okay, that makes sense.
I had one that I appealed. Do you want me to share it as a Google Doc so you can see how I did that as a template?
Sure, that'd be great.
Will someone remind me how I save it as a Google Doc?
I'm pretty sure you just.
Is it a Word?
It's in Word. So how do I post it as a Google Doc?
Pretty sure you have to open up Google Drive.
Hello?
Hey, Jenny. You have to open up Google Drive and then copy and paste the document into there, and then you can post the link. I mean, that's the only way I can think of it. I don't know if anyone else has a better suggestion.
Okay, I'm going to attempt that.
Hello, Daniel. My phone is off, so I cannot disconnect my other image there. So once my phone charges, so I can take my pictures from there.
Okay. No worries. We're just talking about our questions.
Okay.
About exam appeals. So Marian's gonna post the one that she did. Yeah. While she's doing that, does anybody have any other questions?
She's doing it in Google Doc?
Yeah, so she's gonna send us a Google Doc of her exam appeals.
Oh, okay.
I really had way too much fun with it.
I couldn't do it. I forgot about it. No, I didn't forget about it. I didn't have time. I forgot the quiz review. So I have to.
I'm not sure if I did this right, but I'm going to send it to y'all.
Okay.
Here it comes. Did you get it on your end?
Yeah.
And were you able to open it?
Everything is looking perfectly.
Okay.
Well, thanks so much for showing this to me. That's a really good example.
You're welcome. And really, that was a fun one to do because it's all make-believe, right? So you could do whatever you want with it.
Mhm.
Since it's Captain America, I could really Google away and just have total fun.
Cool. So no other questions? Should we get started with the assignment?
Yeah, my hard thing this week, it seems like the contracts, all of the concepts merged together into one glump. I didn't have that problem in Unit 1. This Unit 2 is more difficult for me.
By that, they merged together in one glump.
In my mind, it seems like there's all these nuances. This condition holds true unless you have this scenario. You know, where Unit 1 was specific to, you know, one chapter might be on crime and how that applies. Another one was the structure of the government and federal and state laws. We're really going to be like 5 chapters just on contracts, and I don't know why it's hard for my mind to delineate.
Yeah, I feel ya. I think you're right. Just because it's like we're going like deeper in, like rather than just talking about the basics of everything, like we're going in contracts for 5 chapters, which is and like you said, there's like it's all like the rules and the exceptions to the rule, and there's always like a million exceptions to the rule.
Yeah. So that's why I'm worried about the unit exam, just if I can just remember all of those details for contracts.
Yeah.
But an excellent prayer was said on my behalf tonight in our group meeting, so I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Cool. Also, I feel like filling out the study guide really helps me like focus on what she wants us to focus on from the chapters. This is what I need to take out of what I just read about contracts, kind of thing.
Agreed.
Who wants to share their example for their individual example assignment?
I can share mine.
Okay.
So I found an article in Wall Street Journal talking about Netflix. I don't know if anyone else used the same one. It seemed to be the only one that I found. It's talking about how Fox is trying to sue Netflix, saying that they illegally hired 2 executives from them, and Netflix responded saying that the contracts that their employees had signed are unenforceable because they unreasonably restrict employee mobility, stifle competition, and artificially suppress salary levels. Yeah. So that's why they're saying that the 2 executives that they stole from Fox, it's legal because their contracts are unenforceable.
That's a good example.
Wow.
I feel like
That's
our
a
topic
great
was.
example. Sorry, Daniel, what?
I feel like our topic was. Sorry, I was just saying I feel like our topic was super like broad because it's like, what are all the things that make an unenforceable contract? It's pretty much like everything in like half of the chapters that we read.
Agreed.
To share their example.
Were we supposed to find articles for this one?
I did mine
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
crap.
just
I didn't read the
look.
instructions well enough then.
Yeah, what it's supposed to be, and the instructor did clarify that with me, but I just couldn't keep it straight. It's every other week is a Wall Street Journal article. And this week is the Wall Street Journal article.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Rats.
It's okay. Like, we can still work with what you guys did.
I have problems in getting to the journal. So I go and review some articles to have some idea, but it's kind of hard to me to find there. I don't know. Looks like I did. I signed up to get in that website, but I don't know where is my password. So now it's confused to get in. But I found something online about Barnes & Noble and a customer, and it's very interesting. I tried to summarize. Let me read it for you. This is a case where the California court ruled that the browser app was enforceable. Kevin Kwong, I think it's Gujen, purchased HP touchpad from Barnes & Noble. During the purchase transaction, he was not required to affirm the acceptance of the term and conditions. But the next day after his transaction, he received an email that his order was canceled. He demands Barnes & Noble for false advertisement and deceptive business practice. The defendant responded that Gujen had agreed to the terms and conditions where it states that any claims against Barnes & Noble to be resolved through binding arbitration and case to be dismissed. Finally, the court determined that there were no acceptance to demonstrate the contract because I couldn't understand when I was reading the article, I couldn't understand what's going on. But then finally, I decided to go to the website. So I went to the website. When the terms and condition is at the bottom of the website. In order to get into the website, I need to click the terms and conditions. So I click the terms and condition, and the terms and condition is at the top of the website. That says everything, so I can go around the website. After that, I can go around the website. But there is now an option that says I'm agree with the terms and condition on the website. Doesn't say I'm agree. So because there is now a button that says I'm agreed, so the contract is unenforceable because according to page 33 and 95, it's unenforceable, does not meet one or more legal requirements. Requirements in this case is the mutual agreement. So the customer was not agreed. So even if they're reading, but doesn't say I'm agreed. O sea, click the button for terms and condition, but doesn't click any button saying I'm agree with your terms and condition, you know? So that's what I found.
That's a good example. It kind of shows like when like a bilateral contract is like unenforceable.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to share next?
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Jenny and Alex. Those were good. I can go next.
Okay.
Let me find it. Hold on. So, I read a case about Amazon. So basically, Amazon had these contracts that had like illegal terms set for publishers, and the publishers made it so it's illegal in the European Union. So basically, the European Union is like suing Amazon. I guess it makes it hard for like competitors to like compete with the prices of the ebooks because of these illegal terms set for the publishers. So they took Amazon to court and finally settled by Amazon agreeing not to enforce. So like they can't enforce the contracts with the customers, and they are like any future contracts will not have those same illegal terms with them. For what I read.
So what did Amazon do?
So like for their ebooks, like the section of their website,
Ebooks.
like electronic books.
Uh-huh.
They have some like illegal terms. It didn't define what they were, so I mean we might have to like research. I probably should have researched more, but I didn't. I just read that article in the Wall Street Journal. It didn't say like what the illegal terms were of the contract, but the idea was that the legal terms like made it hard for competitors to books. Like basically they had the prices of the ebooks like way cheaper, and so like nobody else would buy from competitors the ebooks. They would only buy from Amazon.
Okay.
So like there was no competition. So the European Union sued Amazon, and just the article is about them settling the case, and basically they changed the contracts so that they were unenforceable. So all the contracts that they had with the publishers up to that point were unenforceable, and they had to make new contracts.
Wow.
Yeah. Kind of interesting. Who else wants to share?
Mine's irrelevant to this point. I didn't do an article, so.
You can still share. Did you make up an example?
Yeah, I made an example up. I just found one. I mean, we don't have to use it, but I'm just kind of scrolling the Wall Street Journal, and it just says in here that, you know how there's a part in the book that says you can't unfairly just poach people from other companies? I can't remember what section that's in. But anyway, Netflix is unlawful and unenforceable contracts because they're going into brazen campaigns and poaching top executives from other networks.
That was the one that Alex had, right?
Yep.
It is, right, Alex?
Yeah, that's mine.
I like that one. I think it's kind of interesting.
Me too. Let's do that one.
Okay.
Let's do Netflix.
Agreed.
Bring it on home, Alex. Post it on our paper.
Okay.
I can't remember where that's found in our book.
The unenforceable contract?
Just this concept that Alex.
Oh. That's a good question.
It's chapter 6, I believe, somewhere. I could be wrong.
Oh boy.
So in the book, I just found like a little teeny definition of it, and that's all that it talked about.
For
And it was back in like chapter 4. Hold on, let me go find my book.
what would you call that when like companies?
That's what I mean. All one big lump.
Do you guys find a page with it?
Not yet.
Okay, I got one on 96. It's just a little paragraph on it down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Or contract?
Yeah, was that not what you were looking for?
Mary was just asking about like I remember us talking about it too. I don't know if it was in the video or in the book, but we just talked about how like if another company comes and like they say poaching, like poachers.
Oh,
There's another
Like,
word.
they basically they take from the competitors.
I think it's chapter 19.
What chapter?
I think we did, let me see, we did chapter 19 or 60? What's 19 that we read?
19. Oh. Huh.
It's about unfair competition on page 465. Oh no, I don't think so. No, unfair. Interfering with prosperity, economy, advantage, it's not a thought. No.
Come on, I just.
No, I feel like she might have like talked about it in the video.
Maybe she did.
In our case, has to do with like something not necessarily like super related, but kind of related. Just about employment contracts. I wish the index in this book was better.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know. So what, does anyone have any ideas for our question?
there's really no like official criteria for this, is there? Like in the in the definition it says if you made the promise jokingly or if you made it with no like commitment, and then if you don't follow the fraud statutes or whatever.
Right.
I feel like that's super vague.
Yeah.
And that's what like most of the questions have been like is like, does this qualify as this? You know?
Hold on, guys. I gotta answer the phone.
Yeah, like you were saying, I feel like it's just like such a broad topic that it's hard to like narrow it down.
Good.
Mhm.
That's been great.
Read it.
I have a little bit more to do, but it's all good. Thanks, Travis. What time are we leaving in the morning then? Okay. Okay, I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, bye. Hey, sorry, what did I miss?
I was just agreeing that it's like hard to like, I don't know. It's just such a broad topic. Like an unenforceable contract is like basically any contract that is illegal. It's any contract that can be voided. Pretty much.
What page was the definition of enforceable contract on again?
96.
Maybe, did anybody look on the Wall Street Journal for a story that's like contract promise made in jest, or contract fails to meet statute of frauds?
No.
Not meet one or more legal requirements.
So, I mean, the article tells us what, like, why, at least the one that we have tells us why it doesn't, like, it's acceptable. It's because it's, like, in the quotations, unreasonably strict employee mobility and artificially suppressed salary levels.
Alex, did you write a question based on that article?
I did not.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to figure out.
Maybe we could write a question just saying like listing the terms and asking if like the contract is enforceable or not. That doesn't really say anything in the textbook. That's the problem.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, like, because in your quote it says, unreasonably restrict employee mobility, stifle competition, and artificially suppress salary levels. I mean, does that work? Is that unenforceable, or are they just suing for that?
No, well, that's what
Good question.
Netflix is saying, that contracts aren't forcible, like for that reason.
Right.
Like, that Fox can't sue them because their contracts aren't valid. And so I'm not sure if that's what's in the textbook, but that's what Netflix is claiming that they can't do.
Right. And we don't know if they won or not, do we?
I think it's still going on. It's a pretty
Yeah.
recent. It was a pretty recent article. I think it was from like March or April.
October 19th.
Is that mine? Oh, oops, my bad.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna look. I'm just gonna look on Google and see if there's anything about it.
Okay.
We need to look for what the court says about it.
It says they won round one.
Who won?
Netflix.
Hmm.
In one website. Netflix has prevailed in the first round of its ongoing legal battle with Fox over the poaching of 2 Fox executives and the validity of Fox's fixed-term contracts that prevent its employees from quitting their jobs and going to work for competitors. In the procedural ruling, Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Gerald Rosenberg issued a minute order upholding a tentative ruling he'd issued earlier this week that denied Fox's motion to dismiss Netflix's suit, while also ruling Netflix has standing to bring the suit.
Oh.
One so far.
I think it's 19. I think it's 19.
So what if? So how could you turn that into a question? You guys saying?
So, I don't know if this applies, but Netflix claimed that those Century Fox contracts were unreasonably restrict employment mobility. On page 134, it talks about agreements that violate public policies. That would be something that's illegal. Anything that's not legal is not enforceable. But it gives an example of restraint of trade. And so maybe that's what Netflix was trying to say is you were restraining these employees to be able to, go out and make a good living. Not sure where I'm going with this unless that could be one of our correct answers, or we take it and make it into an incorrect answer.
Right. I
So-
think we kind of have to take the information that's given and say, yeah, this is like an illegal thing. Problem is we have to make sure that that's what the court actually says, is that that's illegal to do that. Because there are some contracts that do say you can't ever. I know we talked about it somewhere. The videos, though.
I think we can talk about 141 about the status of fraud. The status of fraud has 2 features. The contract has to say this thing in 142.
Yes, but what, in this particular example, what part of statute of frauds would this relate to? I don't think, at least unless I don't understand, I don't think this example relates to the statute of frauds.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry, I wish I wasn't.
No. Yes, you're right. I have something about enrichment, illegally enrichment from one party,
Oh,
like taking advantage of the other party in a contract. It sounds like that. For Fox, sounds like Netflix wants an illegal enrichment out of the contract, you know? And I'm trying to find something, but I know there is something here.
would it be appropriate if we said at the very end of this, if the court finds in favor of Netflix, why would this situation be considered, why would this contract be considered unenforceable?
I like that. Other than the fact that Century Fox, or it just kind of says it right up that contracts are unenforceable because blah blah blah.
I think we would have to reword it.
Yeah.
Reword the
Question.
question.
But no, that's reword the question or reword the example.
Reword the question. So like, you can leave the
Okay.
example, but I think we would
I-
have to
I
take
found
what
a,
we have,
I found a link.
take
if
that
you
part
want
out.
to- I'm sorry. I found a link if you want to review it. Let me go back to my Hangout. I found a link here. Oh, what is my Gmail? I found a link here. I found a link of that topic of Netflix. If you want to review it, it says about illegal enrichment. If you want, it's about Netflix and Fox, where for executive by illegal inducing them to break the employment contract with Fox to work and everything. That says Fox is now seeking an injunction from Los Angeles Superior Court just that prohibit Netflix from interfering with its contract with executive. Yeah, the book says something about inducing somebody to break a contract, an employment contract, but I cannot find it. Where is it?
I see. So this article you sent us, Jenny, it
It's the same, no? Is that about Fox and Netflix?
or Netflix says that Fox is using a fixed term employment contract.
Is the same case that we were talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, which it wasn't one of our questions or a scenario somewhere where, oh, maybe it was one of our quizzes. I can't remember, it was last week's quiz. I don't want to cheat. Wasn't there some example somewhere that if the girl in my brain, if someone tries to force someone into signing a contract to stay to work, illegal, right?
Yes, but that's, I think
So
that was,
That's along the same lines of fixed term employment contracts.
yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I just wish we could find it like in the book or something.
I know, it's driving me crazy.
we can use that on page 465. We can use interfering with prosperity economic advantage. We can relate it. A tort with roughly the same 3 requirements as interfering with contract. Yeah, it's page 464 at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
464.
Yeah, I think that's
If you wanna-
right. It doesn't like it helps us, but at the same time it makes it harder because that would make it not unenforceable.
Oh, are you talking 464 interference with contract?
Yeah.
That's what we were
Because,
looking for, interference with contract.
Fox is claiming that Netflix is interfering with the contract. But what,
Well, you're right.
what the judge says about it? The judge
Mhm.
says is unenforceable. Hard for me to pronounce. Unenforceable. That's
You
what
found it. That's where it's at. Yep.
Mine. So, but if you are a lawyer, because there is 2 lawyers in 2 positions, what do you think? I'm gonna say no. It's really enforceable. But why the judge says it's unenforceable? Why? That's I need. I need a why. Why?
Understand that.
Probably because
Okay,
it's a third party. Is that third party in a contract?
So what should we do with this knowledge?
Well, the question is like, do their contracts say that they can't join another company? That's the question. Like, do their contracts say that they quit at any time? Because most contracts, like employment contracts, say that you're right. I'm just remembering girl that
Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't even remember which one, so now I feel bad because I don't want to. I can't remember anymore. So
well, if there was a quiz question about it, wouldn't it have been in our question about it? Wouldn't it have been
identify it and tell me?
I don't know what you just said.
Thinking what we found out, tell me if I'm wrong. We found cases for both arguments in our book. The Century Fox argument has to do with page 464, interference with contracts. The Netflix argument has to do with page 134, restraint of trade. So I'm kind of excited for our learning growth because now we've actually identified both cases used based on law. I just don't know how to write the quiz question.
I think we're gonna have to make the quiz question like conditional. So
Um,
21st century?
21st. But in this case, sister, they still have the contract with Fox Century. They did not finish the contract.
Right.
Looks like Fox is claiming that Netflix is inducing them to break the
Right.
contract.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Netflix is contracting them after the contract is done.
Right. So they already hired those 2 executives.
Mm-hmm. So really, this is very confused. I don't know how the judge says there is no enforceable. It's enforced, have to be enforced.
How about we say for a quiz question? Help me word this, but something like, in place of Fox is continuing to sue Netflix, in place of that sentence, it's something like, why is, or on what grounds, what legal grounds does 21st Century Fox have to sue Netflix? And we know what the answer is. It's the interference with contracts.
What does that have to do with unenforceable contracts then?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Now I get it. This article is in 2016. These people, Flink, is ending his contract. He's ending his contract. He signed up the contract in 2013. His contract ending after 2 years, 2015. So, but the contract says that Fox has the option to extending the term an additional for 2 more years, additional 2 years, the terms for an additional 2 years. But probably he wants to end the contract. So in that case, you can apply what you say in 134, what says in 34, because Flynn has the right. I think Flynn is the executive. I think Flynn is the executive, has the right to end his contract. That's why it's unforeseeable. Unenforceable.
Does any of the articles say that it was because it's unenforceable because of the restraint of trade, or along those lines? That Century Fox is arguing it's unenforceable because the contract was broken. That's what they're saying, right?
Netflix is saying that the Century Fox contracts with their employees are unenforceable. But it's not because of anything we've said, I think.
But it says Fox is continuing to sue
Netflix.
What are they suing them for?
Well, they thought that they were. Well, at the point this case had not been settled yet, so they were still trying to. They were trying to sue for stealing the employees, while Netflix was countering that, saying like, "No, you can't sue us because your contracts are unenforceable."
So I kind of like reworded. If you guys want to look at the quiz question, I haven't finished like the question part, but I reworded the paragraph so it doesn't include that part about possible.
Yeah,
Netflix.
that looks better.
So what's the actual question? It does
So-
look better.
We could ask something like, say that, let's see, kind of using wording from the book.
Yeah, that's the problem.
What if we were just like, what is Netflix, or what kind of contract is Netflix saying that Fox has had with their employees? Because you didn't state it in the question.
Yeah, so yeah, we could say like the court decides that this does not meet the legal requirements. That's that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like that.
Then how did you word the question? Was it Alex or Nathan? Screen.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
The question? That you just asked about like, it being like what kind of
Oh, what kind of contract does Netflix is Netflix claiming that Fox has with their employees or something like that?
what do you guys think?
I like it. Are you saying the correct answer would be an unenforceable contract?
Yeah, because if you look in the book, it says an unenforceable contract does not meet one or more legal requirements for either party. It's in the like we kind of included the definition, so they should be able to get it, right?
Yeah. So I mean,
Right.
but the correct answer, I'm assuming, is what you're getting at. It's an unenforceable contract. So we need some really bad wrong answers.
I think it shouldn't be. We could do like a contract. I mean, except that wouldn't be it, right?
What about, like, for the wrong answers? Well, I don't know, you're working on the correct answer, but the wrong answers would be everything that is legal. Or at least some of them that are legal. Like, isn't a valid contract or enforceable contract a meeting of the minds?
Right, but do we want them to be like different kinds of contracts?
Or
Because
just
our
kind
question
of-
is, what kind of contract is Netflix claiming employees? So like there are kinds of like contracts. We could do like
Yeah,
quasi
in the
contracts.
index, if you look on contract, there's like
Big thing in professional hair care. EVOS. These beauty bloggers tried it.
Sorry.
It's okay. I was looking to see if it was me.
The tab open and started speaking to me.
So we have to be careful though, and please help me because this contract thing's hard for me. Like, you can have a bilateral contract that's unenforceable,
oh,
right?
Yeah. We should do like a unilateral, because that's not the right answer. Unilateral contracts, because they both promise, like the people promise to work as long as Fox continues to pay them. That would be a bilateral contract. So for one of the wrong answers, we could do like a unilateral contract, because it wouldn't be a unilateral contract. That would be wrong no matter what. Does that make sense?
I think as the quiz taker, I might be confused by that only because I don't know if I would think of the unilateral how do I say this? I might just think this is an example. I don't know if I would relate a unilateral contract. I don't know.
Well, I'm not saying like
Localized.
it has anything to do with like unilateral or not. Like we're not, our question isn't about unilateral. We're just putting wrong answers in. So like we're putting different types of contracts. So like there's unenforceable contracts.
So really, isn't it they're enforceable or they're not enforceable? Aren't there? That's
Right.
like only two answers. So all the other ones are all sorts of types of contracts, and either those types of contracts are forcible or not forcible.
Right, but we're saying that like because the court decides that just our question is talking about unenforceable contracts. So it says, let's say the court decides that the contract does not meet one or more legal requirements. That's the definition from the book that says on page 196. If you look at page 190, or just 96, not 196, sorry. An unenforceable contract does not meet one or more legal requirements and cannot be enforced by either party. I took that sentence that I put in here basically right from the book.
Right?
So basically we're just seeing if they know what the definition of an unenforceable contract. It doesn't necessarily, like our wrong answers don't necessarily have to.
I
Does that
agree.
make sense? Still like put why they're wrong.
Drunk because it's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Wrong because it's not right.
That's right.
Okay, you guys go for it.
We could do like an option contract. Like that.
Let's see. Option contract should be for option commits if offer, keep his offer open in return for his contract. Yeah, that has nothing to do with it, so that'd work.
That's kind of my thought.
Like executed contract as well.
Okay, we can do that for the third answer. Do you want to write it?
You know, whatever.
What's the next big thing in
Is it statute limitation or statute limitation? Okay, cool. All right, that's okay.
For wrong answer 1 feedback, it says this
Mhm.
contract. Are you referring to unilateral contract or the contract in the question?
Oh, the concept in the case.
Okay.
Thanks for catching that.
Now I think I did the same exact thing. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh,
Does everything make sense?
looks good.
Yep, those look good. What about you? Look all right?
Good. I like that we used the pages too, and she liked that last time.
Yeah. I think it helps people study.
I'm going to give you the thing. Okay? That's kind of like
Okay.
We still need to do the explanation of our example.
Oh, you're right.
We had feedback the last time.
About our explanation?
Yeah, we have to explain how the legal principle works in the example.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So basically, like, Fox is trying to claim what like from the article that Jenny found, that Netflix is illegally inducing them to break their employment contracts. Netflix is saying that the contracts are unenforceable. The thing that you found, Marion. I can't remember what you called it.
I was just finding,
If that's right, I don't know if that's the right thing though.
what is the difference between not valid or avoided contract?
passport too. And this is
Le dijiste que te lo regresara.
yeah. And then this is
Y 2 fotos extras, sí.
yeah, everything's there.
Does anyone know the difference between an unenforceable contract and a voided or a?
There's no difference. So an unenforceable contract is like a voided contract is an unenforceable contract. But I don't know that an unenforceable contract is a voided contract. Does that make sense?
Yeah, my challenge lately is I'm finding all these different things on the internet. Just confuses me.
Right. So in the book it says a void contract has no validity and cannot be enforced by either party.
Mm-hmm.
They both say that they can't be enforced by either party, but I think like full contract is kind of like the overarching principle, like illegal, if there's the statute of frauds, enforceable. So if a contract is voided, it's unenforceable.
That makes sense.
But I don't know if that it works the other way. If because a contract is unenforceable, that it's like that you void the contract. I'm not sure exactly how opposite direction, but
Mm-hmm. Why don't we use our rationale, well, for the explanation of our example? I thought it was great on the restraint of trade. Like you can't have this contract that's unfair if it's true, if what Netflix is saying is true. can't remember, maybe it was Jenny that said it too, but that there's this unfair power between the employee and the employer.
The thing from the article said it's illegally inducing them to break their contracts. Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's what Fox is claiming, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. We could go either way. Netflix is claiming, I'm assuming, because it stifles competition. It's very restrictive for the employee, so there's an imbalance between the employer and the employee, and maybe there's a restraint. I think it was Jenny that put that on page 134. As in determining the illegality of such restrictions, the courts consider the legitimate interest of the party that the agreement seeks to protect, as well as the negative effects on the party being restricted. So I think that's what Netflix would probably be arguing.
Yeah, we could say that. So,
Ooh, that's good.
what's it called when you like you countersue? Because Fox is suing Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix is arguing back. So
I think it is countersue.
they're trying to defend themselves.
Let me.
Retaliate,
There you go.
Counterclaim.
counterclaim, countersue, defend. Yeah, those all work.
Did they countersue? Is that what they did?
I don't know if they countersue.
Or they're just saying that they're in the right because of the faulty.
Remember in the beginning where it told us how a lawsuit works and all the steps? Wow, this contract, man, it's totally
I've
screwed
slept
my
since
mind.
then.
You what?
I said I've slept since then.
Are you just saying you slept so you don't remember?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? You slept?
Because I remember how someone, gosh, I can't remember the terminology. This is terrible. First thing someone does, they give notice, but there's a term for that. And then I'm just thinking of your countersue, you know.
Does that sound better?
I don't know if retaliate's the right word.
Okay, you can edit it.
Does that sound better? That's why it's in parentheses.
Sorry, I'm still trying to find the.
I'm gonna change this. We're not saying it word for word.
It's really good.
I think it looks good. What do you guys think?
I agree.
The only thing is it's not retaliate. Because what they're doing is they're answering Fox's allegations, right? Netflix is
So-
responding.
Because retaliating is like arguing against Fox. Because Fox says that their contracts are good. Netflix illegally breached those contracts.
But they're not, how do I say it? They're not trying. They did. And it's not retaliate because that has a negative connotation, right? So they're responding, they're defending.
I think any of those work, so
Well, you can change it.
See.
I'm fine with retaliate too. It doesn't matter. That'll work.
Yeah, it works. Okay. Huh, sorry guys, that was really hard for me tonight.
Awesome.
Okay. Is it good?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Sounds good.
See you guys next week.
Yeah. Hey, everyone, make sure you read like the case. It's our turn, right?
Yeah.
Next week.
And then read like the instructions to the case. That way, when we come on, we can like be quicker. And maybe if we all kind of come up with questions, that way we can spend more time working on the case rather than working on the assignment next time. I mean, we'll still work on the assignment, but we can work on the case too, hopefully.
Our PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean, Danielle, the PowerPoint?
Case presentation.
Yeah, I love it. And the next week, because I screwed up this week, next week, it's not going to be a Wall Street. Because if it's every other week, it's just going to be our own example.
Awesome.
Okay. So who's submitting it?
I can submit it since I have the link.
Oh, you're so good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
No
you.
problem.
Yep.
See you guys next week.
See ya.
All right, take care.
Bye.
One moment,
Bye.
Daniel.
Oh, what?
Dan, I think Atan did not finish his homework. He needs to submit his assignment before our meeting. Can you give some time?
Who did not?
Can you give some time to him to submit his homework? His
Who
assignment?
didn't?
Nathan.
No, who didn't?
Nathan?
Oh, Nathan?
Nathan, he didn't submit his homework. He said that he didn't submit his homework.
Oh,
He didn't do the individual example. Can you talk to him? We can give some time before you submit
I'll
a
talk
group
to him.
assignment.
yeah, we can email him. I mean, we already met, so she's going to know.
Yeah.
Either way.
Okay. Because I know
Okay.
how it feels. My first week, I didn't submit my assignment, and if you don't submit your assignment, you have 50%. Because
Right.
yeah, I submit my example, but I didn't did it before group meeting, so I have just 50% of the grade.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll give him a little bit of time. I'll wait until tomorrow morning to submit it.
Yeah, that can be good.
That's so nice, Jenny. You're amazing.
No, because you're okay. Monday is hard for me because, but I'm trying to rush as much as I can. I'm gonna set this challenge to do the group meeting on Monday. I was about to suggest you to do a more in the middle or in the end of the week, but I think it's fine Monday. I need to push myself. I need to push so I have more time to do the rest of my other assignments. So it's fine. But I know how the times is so short to today to submit the assignment. It's a lot to read sometimes. And understanding, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Daniel.
You kind of have to work ahead. It's hard.
Yeah. But it's good. It's good. It helps. And you help me a lot. Thank you.
Good. Okay. Well, have a great night. See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Let him know before he sent me something.
I'll email him. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. Bye.